Welcome everyone, it's Anthony with AZ Overland. Bulletpoint has just released their mounting system for the 5th Gen 4Runner, and today we're going to do the install. After doing a video for the Bulletpoint on the Ram Rebel, they contacted me and wanted me to do an install video for the 4Runner as well as soon as it was released. The most difficult part of this install is removing the center dash. It can be intimidating to do, but I can promise you a lot of this stuff that you see here is all clipped in. We'll start to remove it piece by piece and do it simply. The main piece will sit on top of the dash, and there are 4 mounting places. 2 directly on top, and then 2 on the sides. The first step is to make sure this is sitting exactly where it needs to be, and then to mark those points. Then we'll remove everything out and we'll drill the holes on the bench. I'm going to use 2 tools. One's going to be a marker. The second one will just be a sharp tool to mark the top points because the marker is too thick to fit in. So once in place, you'll mark your holes. And then with the marker, we can mark the sides. Once everything is marked, remove this and make sure that the marks you just made transferred over correctly. Everything looks good here, so we're going to start to remove the pieces from the dash. First step is to remove the 2 side trim pieces, and these will just pull right out. They can be difficult to get behind. You can use a trim removal tool. There's also one that came with the kit. I have my own set as well. Those are the clips that press right in. That's one. The next step is to remove the whole piece with the 3 knobs, and that will also pull right out. There is an electrical connection in the back. I don't think it's necessary to remove that. We'll just lay it here gently. And then we'll see 4 10mm bolts that are going to hold the actual unit in. With those 4 bolts out, we'll go ahead and behind the radio, there are a lot of connections, and if you are worried about where they go, you can simply take a picture. However, they're either, on some vehicles, they're color coordinated, or the plugs will only fit in one way. Some of the plugs in the back are more difficult to remove, so I'm going to use a screwdriver to get those out. And there's the head unit. We'll take that over to the bench and mount the RubaGrid. While you have the head unit out, it's a good time to clean everything up, because once that top piece goes in, it's going to be difficult to get underneath. And if you off-road with your windows open like I do, you'll get a lot of dust. We're going to be drilling holes, 2 in the top, 2 in the sides, and you have to be very careful when drilling them in that you don't do any damage to the vents that are located behind it. Also, these vents can be in the way when trying to install the screws and the nuts. So you can remove these. I'm going to try to leave them in and see how it goes. Also, now is a good time to get your mounting balls installed in the location that you want. That's the first ball installed. I'll install the other 2 now. I'm going to start off with 3 mounting balls for now. You can actually fit up to 7 across here. I don't anticipate using all 7, but I might add a few here and there. I did want to offset these 2 outside ones so I can access the holes for the mounting of the bracket. I'm using the drill bit they provided with the kit, and I have the speed on low for the drill, so I'm going to let the bit do all the work. They do provide you with 4 screws. There are 2 long and 2 short. The long ones will go in the top, and the short ones will go through the side. Let's see if I'm able to do this without taking those vents out. This is one of the bolts coming down here and right there. So I should be able to access those if I'm good with my fingers to get those nuts on. The side ones now, right there, this little rib might get in the way, so I may need to notch that out. And then the other side actually looks like I have a little bit more room next to the rib. I determined that removing these vents is probably the smartest way to go. They're actually a little tricky to remove, and you need to get some good light down in there so you can see what you're doing. I have the first one unclipped already, and I'm going to work on the second one right now. But it does clip right in. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but these are the clips, these little clips right here. So there's 2 on each side. Those are the main ones. And then these clips, you press with a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, outwards, and that'll release it. There we go. That side's released, and I'm going to work on the back side here just to get one more clip. Here we go. I certainly recommend removing those vents. I was struggling a little bit getting those nuts into the bottom of the bolts, but now I can see them very easily. I'll give you a closer look. All right, this is the top view looking underneath, and the vents were sitting right here. So you can see that bolt is very easily accessible now, as well as the side bolt. I'm going to put the vents back now, and they should snap right in place. They definitely go in a lot easier than they came out. Let's go bring this thing to the 4Runner and put it back together. I'm just going to start putting these connections all back in. Putting everything back together is quite easy. So let me give you a closer look. This is the Bulletpoint mounting system all set up. And like I said, you can mount up to 7 of the balls. I have 3 right now. So what I have here is, this is the Diablo M6 magnetic phone holder. I'll have a magnet in the back of my phone case so I can just put the phone right there, and it's adjustable in so many different ways. And in the center I have the GoPro set up, and on this side I have a tablet holder. So this screen right here is actually for a project I'm working on, and I'm hoping to do a front-facing camera for when we are off-roading. If I'm not using that for the front-facing camera, I will be using it for a tablet for mapping when we're off-road or looking for campsites. Thank you for watching, everyone, and thank you to Bulletpoint Mounting Solutions for allowing me to be one of the first ones to try this system out for the 5th Gen 4Runner, and for sending this system out to me. I look forward to your questions and comments below. Please consider subscribing to the channel for tons more content coming up, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one.